Hi, my name is Cam Smith with Youth Sports Production and ISN. Thank you for tuning in. We're at the finals of the District 7 Minors Tournament in Centennial Park at Central Saanich, where the Layritz Allstars and the undefeated team out of Beacon Hill Little League look for a win today to move on to provincial championships on the mainland. These extremely talented teams seem to be on a collision course right out of the gate and put it all on the line in today's finals. Families are ready, coaches are ready, and make no mistake about it, these young athletes are ready to give it all they have in this much anticipated matchup. Let's play ball. We start things off. McDougall's already at second by way of walking a pass ball. That's Krushank up the bat. He hits a ground ball. That's right to Mar. Mar with a nice arm over for the out, and McDougall will go to third on the play. And next up the bat for Beacon Hill. Shoot with the delivery of digging this out. Oh, I love that. That is Krushank digging it out. He's going to score the run. McDougall in. 1-0 Beacon Hill early on. That's a nice hit right there by this young man. Next up the bat is Meechan. Shoot with the delivery. This is going to be a high and inside. He's going to swing and miss. And catcher, he thinks he's going to get him out. Well, no, look at this. Kennedy's over to second base. Now he's going to third. And I tell you what, here's an overthrow right here, and it didn't quite make it. Bounces over his head, and that is going to score a run. That's not the way you want to do it, but Beacon Hill up early, 2-0. Then Keelan McDuff, he's going to step up to the plate and shoots, throwing a low. Whoa, that's a little close there, but that is for the strikeout. That's punch out. That's going to end the inning right there. And starting things off on the mound for Beacon Hill is Krushank. Krushank, Hull at the plate, and he gets hit on the back foot. But Hull would shake it off, and he is off to first base with the free ticket. And then on a bounce ball to home plate, here he is. That's Hull. He's taking care of business. He's got his wheels back now. And then Will Meadows still at the plate, and he is going to take this offering, and that's a good eye. He now is walking over to first base. You got first and second for Lake Hill trying to rebound here, the bottom half of the first inning. Now runners at second and third by way of a wild pitch. And here is a ball, just kind of gets out of the way of the catcher, out of his glove. And look at here to score. Hull with some heads up base running. And that brings over to third base is Will Meadows. And Nelson would take the walk. Runners at first and third for this Layritz squad. And that ball gets out of the catcher's glove. And in to score is Meadows. This is all knotted up at two. Going into third base. That is Jet Nelson. And Nelson, him with a slide. And he is safe at third. And Shoot still at the plate. Krushank is going to rear pack. And that's an off-speed pitch on the outside corner. That's a beauty right there. Next up is a Swiss Army knife, Logan Grant. And Grant would go the opposite field. A lazy fly ball. That would drop in. That's going to score Nelson. And Grant is safe at first base. 3-2. Layritz early in this ballgame. And coach is legging this one. A little high five on the side for Grant. Next up the bat, Mason Marr takes a rip at this ball. Right to shortstop. Bobbles it. That's McDougall with the arm. And throws the runner out. That is impressive right there for the second out of the inning. And Hamilton would cruise up to the plate. Oh, and he would get hit hard in the back. But I'll tell you what, this Cruz Hamilton, it's a tough customer. He gets up off to first base. First and third now. Hamilton would make it over to second base on a pass ball. That's second and third, 2 outs. Krushank out of the stretch. And he would deliver. And the ball, that's a wild pitch. And in to score with some smart base running with a great slide is Logan Grant. Swipe tag just about got it. But no, that is going to make this game 4-2. Filipovic, he would walk to first place and then steal second and third. And this is Plum up to bat. And Plum would also take a walk. That's it's a good eye. Bases are racked up right now. And coach comes out to settle things down for this Beacon Hill squad. And Layritz, they've batted through this order. That's Hull up to the plate, swing and a miss. Catcher gets through the glove, and in to score is Hamilton. That is going to make this 5-2. Runners at second base. 2 outs still. And then with Will Meadows at the plate, Krushank would rear down, one low and inside, and that would take care of the side, but not before Layritz. 5 unanswered run, 5-2, Layritz. Top of the second, Dragicevic at the plate, and shoot, he would throw a high ball, and that is ripped down the third baseline. Runner's going to round first base, head for second, and in with a stand-up double is Dragicevic. You gotta love that. That is a great ball. Ripped it right down the third baseline. Runner would move over to third on a pass ball. That's Metcalf at the plate. Metcalf with a roller right out to Grant. Grant going home, and safe is Dragicevic, and heads up base running all the way to second base. That's Metcalf, but the runner scores. That is 5-3 right there. Metcalf would move over to third on a wild pitch. This is going to bring up Tricone, and this is a brilliant bunt. Lays the bunt down, freezes the catcher. Safe at first is Tricone. Runner's on the corner. Things are heating up here for Beacon Hill. And that's going to bring up Henry Fan. And shoot, looks around. Runner's on the corner. He's going to throw the pitch. Another bunt. That's another beautiful bunt. That just kind of freezes everybody. The bases are loaded for this Beacon Hill squad. And that's going to bring up McDougall, the leadoff hitter. And I'll tell you what, shoot, he rears back right here. But McDougall is going to pop this one up. And Grant camps under. No, it's Meadows. Meadows takes it. Bases are still loaded. That is a brilliant play. Walk the runner back. And bases still loaded with only one out. And that is Cruikshank up to bat. And that shoot with the delivery. And that is popped up. And Filipovic just camps under that one. That is two quick outs. Kennedy up to the plate now. Shoot trying to get out of this mess. And what a pitch. And he does. That is incredible. I can't believe they got out of this jam. And Shoot is jacked up. You gotta love seeing these guys play like this. That is one crazy inning right there. Leading things off is Meadows, and Meadows is gonna crank this one. But look at that, Deer with a great stretch out catch. That is a fantastic play, young man. One out, Cruikshank trying to take things into his own hands. That's Nelson at the plate, high. And I'll tell you what, that is a nice strike right there. That is a fastball up high, and that takes care of it. That's two out right now. But shoot, he's going to step up to the plate. Cruikshank out of the stretch. Then the pitch, nice pitch. And this is ripped right past the second baseman. It's a great throw out to first. It gets over his head and heads up base running. And Shoot is going to go over to second base. Two outs. Shoot in at second at scoring position. Shoot over to third on a pass ball. Cruikshank and Grant at the plate. And paints the corner. That's a beautiful pitch. And that's a good quick inning here. Get Beacon Hill back on track. 5-3 Layritz heading to the top of the third. Top of the third inning, and that's Beechin up the plate. And he is going to absolutely rip this ball. He got down and right through it, extended. You got to love when some, young men do that. That's a great way. That's textbook hitting right there, young man. Keelan McDuff up to the plate, and there is a beautiful bunt laid down right there. And throw to first, and that's an overthrow on the ball. Meechin is going to go around third, coming to home. That's going to score a run for Beacon Hill, and heads up base running by McDuff. Heading over to third base, now coming home. Oh no, McDuff has caught the pickle, and I'll tell you what, he runs back to third. Nobody covering right there, and that is a triple on a bunt right there for McDuff. Now Deer would step up to the plate, runner at third. And that is Shoot low and away for the punch out. That's a beautiful pitch right there. Freezing the young man. And then Metcalf is going to step up to the plate and Shoot with the offering. That's a high ball, but that is punched out into left center field. McDuff is going to come in to score a run. It is all knotted up. That's a tie ball game right now. We got a good one going out here at Centennial Park. Metcalf over to third on a pass ball, and that's Tricone at the plate, and Shoot throws one right down the pipe and blows one by that young man. That's a great pitch right there by Shoot. Then Henry Fan up to bat. He's going to put this one down, lays down a nice bunt, but Filipovic read this all the way and is there to pick it up and tag out the runner. Well, not before 3 unanswered runs by Beacon Hill, 5-5, heading to the bottom of the third inning. Calvin at the plate, bottom of the third, and Cruikshank would throw a nice curveball. That freezes him. That's for the first out of the inning right there. And that will bring up Ross Matheson and Cruikshank with a beautiful curveball that just freezes Matheson. That's for the second out of the inning. And then Ben Hawksma would step up to the plate, and Cruikshank would throw another beauty, and he strikes out the side, settling in nicely in the third inning. Top of the fourth, that Sky McDougall at the peg for Beacon Hill, and he is going to hit the ball right back to shoot. Picks it up nicely, and he will throw it over to Filipovic for the out, first out of the inning. And on the very next pitch, Cruikshank at the plate. He rips one right to Meadows. Meadows picks it up nicely and fires it over to first base. That's the second out on 2 pitches right there. Then Shoot just make an easy play of this, but he is going to pick off Kennedy. And Kennedy's going to head over to first base. There's a runner on. This could get interesting. Kennedy would steal second. Meechin at the plate. Shoot winds up and throws a beautiful pitch for the strikeout. And that's an easy inning for this Layritz squad heading to the bottom of the fourth inning. Owen Meechin in for relief for Beacon Hill. And that is Harbert taking a swing and a miss. And that is a great pitch to start things off for this young man. And next up to bat is Nixon Hull for Layritz Allstars. And this is Meechin. He reaches down. But that's a nice hit. And that finds its way through the infield. And I'm calling that one. That's a base hit right there for this young man. Next up to bat is Meadows. And Meadows would reach for this one. And going to third is Nelson. And Nelson with some heads-up base runner. He's at third with 2 outs in the inning. And the inning would end up with a nice comebacker to the mound. And that would be Meechin. You take care of business. Get the runner out at home. Top of the fifth, Shoot still in the game. And he would blow one right by McDuff. That was a nice pitch. That's a nasty one right there. And coming in relief late in the game for Shoot is Will Meadows. And the first batter he would face is Caleb Rose. I love the way this young man stands here. And the offering is in, and he just rips this ball with a kind of a bat flip. This is going all the way to the fence, folks. And he's going to round second. He's got some wheels. He's heading to third base. In with a textbook slide for a triple is this young man. Out of nowhere. Gotta love that right there. Then Metcalf is going to step up to the plate, and Meadows out of the stretch. He is going to rip one right down the middle. That's a beauty. Blows it right by him. Runner still at third. And then Triconi would step up to the plate. Meadows seems to be finding a groove here, and he would just freeze him. And that's for the third out of the inning. 5-5 heading into the bottom of the fifth. Bottom of the fifth, Shoot up to the plate for Layritz. And Meechin would just paint the corner and freeze Shoot. Who knows? He missed that one. And then Logan Grant would take a trip to first base. That was, I believe, a full count. And that's a great eye. And with 1 out, Layritz has a base runner late in this game. Mark would ground out to first, Grant over to third. Here's Meechin's pitch, and that is Cruz Hamlin. And it's going to pop this up, and that is Sky McDougall with the third out of the inning. And Beacon Hill's jacked right up after that one. Tie ball game heading to the top of the sixth inning. And Noah Burnett up to the plate for Beacon Hill, but Meadows would rear back. And that is Burnett. He's going to pop this up, but there is Shoot. And Shoot with the first out of the inning late in this ball game. And that's going to bring up Sky Douglas. This is a dangerous hitter here for Beacon Hill. Late in this game, Meadows with the offering. He's going to rip this ball right in between first and second. That's going to go all the way to the fence, folks. And here goes Sky Douglas. Go for second, rounded second, heading for third. He's coming in, and Sky Douglas in with a stand-up triple. Late in this ballgame, Beacon Hill in business. 1 out runner in the corner, and there is Cruikshank up to bat. Meadows out of the stretch. And this one's going to get away from the catcher, and in to score. Boom! There goes Sky Douglas with the big karate slide. I don't know what that was. That's all good, Mr. Douglas. You have just put your team ahead 6-5 late in the ballgame. Cruikshank still at the plate there for Beacon Hill. Meadows, he's sizing thing up right now, and boy, oh boy, he rears back and he blows a fastball right past this young man. Kennedy would walk, move to second on a steal. But look at this, it's in the dirt, and there goes Kennedy. Oh, and that's a tag out right there. What a throw. And I'll tell you what, Filipovic with a big tag. Coach is not agreeing with that. but that is 3 outs, and Layritz head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Bottom of the 6th, and this nail biter, I'll tell you what, that's Filipovic up, and he is going to get walked, and he gets a free ticket to first base. Man, oh man, Layritz needs this in the bottom of the 6th. Filipovic would steal second, and Plum would walk on the play. But on this pitch, the catcher would throw a nice ball, and they got Filipovic in a pickle. That's Guy McDougall. McDougall is going to tag him for the out. That is a huge out right there. And that leaves Plum at first base with 1 out. And Meechan still facing Hull, and he would throw a nasty pitch for the strikeout. And look at that running right there. That's a beautiful run by Plum. Runner in scoring position. Meadows at the plate. Meechan rears back, and he lets it go. And this is a frozen rope hitting out to left center. And I'll tell you what, that moves the runner over to third. Meadows at first and third with 2 out. And then Jet Nelson is going to step up to the plate, and he is going to take the walk, and that is going to load the bases, put the winning run at second base. And then Silas Shute, he's going to stroll up to the plate. Meechan with the offering, and Shute is going to drive this ball over the head of the left field. That's going to the wall. Plum's going to tie the game, and then Nelson's rounding third. He is getting away, but he's going in for the win. Shot his lead. We win. Yes, we did. Look at this crowd's going crazy. That is a huge win. And deja vu, this young man does it again. He did it in the semifinals, and he has just done it in the finals to stamp Layritz's ticket to the provincials. What a game, folks. I can't believe it watching this again. And that's got to be heartbreaking for this Beacon Hill squad. You know, undefeated. I'll tell you what, they played so well. That is one talented team right there. Got to give credit where credit is due. This Layritz squad, they came from behind. That is a special team. And to watch that unfold the way it was, that is entertaining minor baseball at its best. And this is just not about the players. This is about everyone involved, the fans included. Like, you know, this has been a tough year to see these kids back on the field competing in a tournament that whoever knew this was going to happen, and now they're off to provincials. We caught up with 2 impactful players from this Layritz squad, Will Meadows and Silas Shute, for their thoughts on the game.
Will, great game. You came in the mop-up today from Silas, and you pitched really, really well. Tell me about that pitching performance that you had.
I was just shaking a lot, really nervous, but a few of the calls I think should have been strike 3 and end of the inning, but yeah, I feel like I did good.
Well, you got to call it like it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And from my perspective, you pitched really well, and you were painting corners really well. How about your hitting today?
I felt like it was pretty good. I have had better days, but yeah, I did pretty good.
And lastly, you just stamped your ticket to go to provincial. How about that?
Great.
Is that pretty good? Pretty excited about going?
Yeah.
Silas, you can't write this stuff up, man. That's the same thing. Bases loaded, bottom of the 6th, and you did it again. Just tell me about that.
Kind of the same thing that I said last time. I got the ball that I hit, and pretty much you just go with it.
You do, and you ripped that ball. You're really good. Your pitching performance, 5 runs against you, but you pitched really, really well. Tell me about your pitching performance today.
Like I said last time, just throw strikes.
That's good. Stamped your ticket to go to provincials. What do you think about that?
It's great.
Well, it is great, and they have stamped their ticket to provincials. And you know, I'll tell you what, watching these minor league baseball players, the passion that they bring to this game, you know, it's an unbridled enthusiasm, and you just gotta love watching that. It's so much fun, and you know, they're having a gas, and to see these families back out here, you know, it's just a great thing to see. The amount of time these organizations, these coaches put into it, it's just impressive. We caught up with Derek Meadows, head coach of the Layritz Allstars, for his thoughts on the game.
I thought the tournament was great. Caliber on the teams was excellent. There was definitely a couple 3 teams that kind of stood out probably a little more than the others, and I think that came down to the end here. The year that they had has been a struggle for all these kids because of COVID, right? But it's been a struggle through the year, but when they heard that the All-Star tournament was on, everyone jumped on board and got their teams ready to go, and we were very happy about that. We didn't have a lot of time to practice ahead of time, so this team is really gelled. We've really grown together as a team in the last few weeks. We're overwhelmed with the results here, and I couldn't have been a better finish. I had my hats off to Beacon Hill. They played a great tournament. They're an excellent team. Honestly, I felt we were very closely matched, and it was nice to get our guys back and everyone healthy so that we could have a good game like this at the end.
I agree. And lastly, you know, you just can't forget it. Like, for kids, it's special. For coaches, it's special. And for families, it's special.
Yeah.
So it's just, tell me about that. Like, this must be pretty exciting.
Oh, it's huge. I mean, all of us coaches have kids on the team. We're more nervous than the kids half the time, I can guarantee it. I'm super happy for them. I found it easier to play the game actually than even competitively to be in there than coaching. But and the parents, the support's been great. You know, we made sure every kid was willing to go to Vancouver before we allowed them to play on the team. So they've all made commitments to be able to do this and send the kids now to the provincials. So, you know, we couldn't ask for a better squad and better parents behind them.
That's well said, Derek. It's community support that puts events like this together and families that support this process for their young athletes. I'd like to thank everyone for having me out for this great tournament. My name is Cam Smith with Youth Sports Production and ISN. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you on the field.